Hi there, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Dr. Erdem, and in today's video I want to go over the often overlooked task of proofreading. Now, it's my recommendation that whatever the exam may be, 5 to 10 minutes be set aside for proofreading. Proofreading can offer numerous benefits. It can boost your score in focus and organization, as well as language. IB examiners are key to see that a student has taken the time to go over their writing. I know that when I mark papers, I look to see that a student has really thought about their work and has tried to make it as excellent as can be. Let's go over a paragraph together so you can see what proofreading looks like in action. So what I've got here is a sample of a body paragraph as well as my outline. When proofreading, I want to keep my outline handy at all times because it dictates what my essay should look like. Preferably, when proofreading, we would read aloud. This would allow us to slow down and use our sense of hearing to help identify mistakes. However, in an exam situation, I don't think the invigilators would appreciate you reading out your essay for everyone to hear. So instead, in an exam, I'm going to mouth my essay very quietly under my breath. Also, notice how we have written our essay double-spaced. This should be done with both typework and handwriting so as to keep the page nice and legible. Okay, let's get started with the topic sentence. Even though it has stuck to the outline, I think I can improve it by using a different verb, by just varying the language a little bit. I'm going to replace the word uses with the word employs. That's better. Now, let's move on to the next sentence. Look at that. I missed the quotation mark. Silly me. Let's fix that right away. But something still isn't quite right. There's something off with the quote here. I know what it is. It doesn't match the grammar of the sentence. Remember, just because we're using a quote, it doesn't mean we get to avoid the rules of grammar. So what I should do is use some square brackets to indicate that I've changed the grammar to fit into my own sentence structure. In this case, I'm going to change this capital W to a lowercase one, since this was the beginning of a sentence in the original text and is no longer the beginning of a sentence here. Remember to be careful that your edits within a quote don't actually change anything but grammatical structure. For example, you can't just go around changing, the word 2 to 3, or for example, change the word house to apartment. No, it's only for small grammatical changes. Okay, with that done, let's look at the next sentence. Something is not quite right here either. I know what it is. A typo. Look at that. I wrote horse instead of house. Silly me. Typos happen all the time, even when handwriting, so we have to make sure to catch these small mistakes, as well as spelling mistakes too. And look, there's one here. Additionally has 2 D's, not just one, so let's add a D here. Spelling mistakes and typos are not the end of the world, but making sure we catch them shows our examiner our diligence to our craft of writing. Not to mention, it will probably help your language mark. Now, this sentence has a little problem. It's not written as well as it could be, and I think part of the reason why is because it's so passive here. Let's simplify what we're trying to say to make it clearer. There we go. Some people may tell you that using I in an essay is inappropriate because it's overly informal, but that's just not the case. Perspective has very little to do with formality. So, by all means, go ahead and use I where appropriate. And there we have it. This paragraph looks as close to perfect grammatically as can be. So, I hope you have enjoyed this video. For any further questions or to inquire about private tutoring, please feel free to contact Cana at canaelite.com. Happy learning!